Hello, it's Cassie Oelberg from Grove, Pennsylvania. I am here to do the first virtual crop sketch for March. Super excited. So let's go ahead over to my desktop and just get started. Okay, if you have not done a virtual sketch yet, they are a virtual crop yet. They are amazing. They come up with really cute, fun ideas, and then you just pop them together over the course of the weekend, and you can go in for prizes. And I hope you get so much done. So I do this technique on Fast to Fab pages, and I teach little tips and tricks of what to do with the product along the way. So we're going to just do the first sketch, which is, you can find this whole thing on the blog. You can also find it in the Facebook group, Creative Memories Virtual Crop Group. So lots of places to find this, but this is the sketch that we're working with. So the first thing I always do is find a Fast to Fab page that will work. So let's look at this. There is a border down the side. We're going to add some 6x6s. We're going to add some photos. So this is pretty simple, and it's going to turn out super cute. So this is our border down the side. I'm just going to use a Fast to Fab page that has that on it already. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Come over, and I'm going to bring my trimmer. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about during this video is how to know when it's time to change the mat. Look, do you see how there's like some white fuzz on there? It looks like there's an indent, and it's getting to that point where my paper gets a little bit fuzzy when I cut. So that's how you know that it's time to flip your mat. And each of these has a 1, a 2, a 3. So we're on 3 now. So we're going to flip this over. Now, I always tell my customers to go ahead and flip it over, and then if it still doesn't cut like butter, to change the blade. But really, the timing is about once you get to number 4 and you need to flip it, once you completely use this up, that's when it's time to change the blade. You can store an extra mat under here if you would like. So now we just need our 2 6x6s. Remember that there is a foot that pops out, and it flips down. I had this happen one time where somebody thought her foot was broken. It flips out, and once you do it a few times, it gets easier. And you want to put it on a flat surface. You know, a lot of times we get lazy and we put it on top of our cutting mat, and probably even on some of my videos I've done it because it's so easy to be lazy. When you change out that mat and blade, I'll tell you what, you feel like you have a whole new trimmer. I had a couple of people do that at my retreat this weekend, and they were like, oh, why didn't you tell me to do this sooner? And I just laughed because I probably did, but you know, people listen when they want to listen. But I'm telling all of you right now, if it's not cutting like butter and you don't feel like it's the best trimmer you've ever laid your hands on, then you should switch them. Okay. Now we're going to bring this over, and these are just going to go under here. I'm going to put my brown over here and my green over here. So those are my 6x6s. I'm not going to quite tape them down yet. I like to tape everything down first. I went ahead and used Matt. Hey, Karen, good to see you again. She was with me this weekend. It was amazing. So I use the mats oftentimes to mat my pictures, especially whenever I'm going through as much of a product as I am like noteworthy. This is my favorite collection. And so I am going through it like there's no tomorrow. And so I need to add to it. In fact, next week, I'm going to use some 8x8 noteworthy paper to show you how you can extend your life of your collection with that. Okay, so this is going to go down here. This is going to go here. And now I just need I'm going to put these 2 on the page too, but that's where the peekaboo comes in. So this one says a 3.5 by 3.5. Notice that I am making my pictures a little bit bigger than what it says on the thing. So that was 4.5 by 4. Let's see, I might be able to get it down to 4 by 4. I do like that square look. Okay, so 4 by 4 picture. If you look over here on the sketch, this says these should be 3.5 by 5.5. You can ignore that. Like if that's not what you want, it's okay. Don't feel like you have to follow the sketch exactly. And I made this 4 by 4. So my pictures are often bigger than what it says, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. I'm not going to mat this one. Look at my son. He's such a card. I love him. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my little 6x6s down. I didn't tape them down right away because in case I change my mind. As I gather my supplies, I lay it all there, make sure I'm happy with how it's going to turn out, and then I add to it. So now my 6x6s are down. Let's go ahead and add this picture. I'm going to go over here like this. Not crooked. I do not want that crooked. Then we're going to add this cute little one up here. Oh my gosh, guys, if you could see my crop cabin right now, it looks like a bomb went off in here. Thank goodness lots of amazing women came to help unload it, and we helped load it, but it's craziness. Okay. They have it layered under. I'm going to layer it over. That's just what I feel like doing. And as I'm laying out my page, I'm realizing that I don't necessarily want this mat up against the screen. And that's the joy of pre-positionable tape. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on this blue one. I like that better. And I'll use that for something else. There we go. This makes me happier. I want this one up a little further. And I love how fast you can get a layout done just using your Fast2Fab. Okay, now I'm going to show you something funny because I had some people at my retreat this last weekend that were saying, well, there's only so many horizontal peekaboos in a hat, but really they're all horizontal peekaboos. So we're going to put this on. If I had a lot of puffy stuff on this, I would put a piece of cardstock over it, and I would slide it on with the cardstock. But look, this is a flat page, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, now let's talk about this. These peekaboos have the sticky thing on this side. That's the technical term, sticky thing. And on this side. So if you put it down like this, it's the horizontal peekaboo going this way. And if you put it down like this, it's the horizontal peekaboo going this way. So both of these versions can be used for your horizontal picture. I was a little bit shocked when I heard that you could only use one size for horizontal pictures. And I was like, no, guys, that's not true. I failed. You need to know that this is possible. Okay, so your opening is on this side. If you flip it over, you can take this off. It will stick to your hands a little, so you just kind of shake it, it comes off. And then I always fold this under. And that way this is on the underside. And then I'm going to line it up over top of this picture. And what's fun is when you mat the picture on the bottom, all the pictures are matted. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn this one upside down so that when it flips, it goes like this. And I always put my peekaboo on first, and then I slide my pictures in because it helps me visualize and get them the right way. I am going to come back. I meant to add these on here, but I have to slide the page protector off anyway. Doesn't matter that I have my peekaboos on. I can slide them off. I want to put a title that this was the inside the cave where we went to the Christmas market in the cave. So I'm going to put this up here to journal. So that's going to go up there, and I will write in it. And then I'm going to just add a little bit along the bottom. So this is going to go here. And I love how these kind of look a little medieval up against here. This is going to go over here. And now I'm going to write on there, and then I'll slide my page protector back on. But I won't do that until after I do my writing. And bam, another page is done. So virtual crop, guys, if you are not in that, I highly recommend that you get over there. There is so much to learn. You get to see what other people are doing. You get to create fast pages. And if you have not started building on Fast2Fab yet, I don't know what you're waiting for because you'll get so much more done. Look at that. 10 minutes and we did a whole page, and we'll do another one next week. So anyway, that's it. Have a great day. And thanks so much for joining me.